Hello, people of the internet, and welcome to this, the Friday show.
Yes.
And
what a show we've got for you this week.
oh, what a show! If we look sort of slightly,
there are several reasons.
Are a number of reasons.
It's just a lot of little things.
Yeah.
One after the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So initially we got snowed in, as you know from the Wednesday show, which we thoroughly enjoyed. It was very nice being snowed in.
We went to replenish our food supply.
We did. We went to replenish our food supply, and on our way home, the car tells us that we had a tyre with low pressure, and we thought, oh, that's not very good, is it? And it's fine. It says, you know, you can keep driving as long as you go under 80 kilometres an hour, and I've no idea what that is in miles per hour, and the thing isn't in kilometres per hour, it's only in miles per hour. So I just thought, fine, I'll just not drive too fast, which I don't anyway. Anywho, we get home and everything seems fine. It's a little bit sort of, you know, low-ish. Woke up the following morning and completely flat tyre. I think, oh, that's all right. I'll take the wheel off the car using the provided jack. Turns out they don't give you a jack with a car anymore. Neither do they give you a tyre iron. Take the wheel off the next day with just a bog standard toolkit that I happen to have knocking about. And the old jack from a car that I had years ago. We take it down to the tyre place, they fix it, and it's all lovely. And I said to them, what was wrong with it then? And they said, it's weird because on the outside it looks like it was severed by a piece of glass, and on the inside it looks like there was a nail stuck in it, but whatever it was is no longer there. Either way, it works now. Meanwhile, back at the ranch,
I'd had a slightly chilly shower, and I thought, okay, maybe it's just that we haven't boosted the water enough. And I thought, well, we've just had a big heap of snow, I better check the oil. And we were fine for oil, so I thought, okay, but we could do with a little bit more. So I ordered some more oil in, and then the heating stopped working. We went to get a top-up, just to, you know, keep us going until our oil delivery arrived.
If you run out of oil, you have to bleed the system through so that the oil gets through to the boiler. In doing so, I seem to have emptied the pipe out. There's a gauge that's on the front of the tank, which is a long tube, and you have a little thing at the bottom which you pull out, and that allows the oil in the tube to meet the same level as the oil in the tank. In doing so, the valve on the tank, it turns out, has always been broken, but it was just wedged so that it was open and not closed. Somehow it's fixed itself, because the idea is that if you don't have this thing pushed in, it should automatically come out, stopping the flow of oil. That's kind of a safety feature of the thing, which just simply hasn't worked. That now does work, but there is no way to turn the valve thing, because that bit was missing, to actually open the oil. So the chappie comes out to repair the thing, and he's trying to work out why there isn't any oil coming down the thing, works out that the valve is broken, fixes the valve in a Heath Robinson way with a piece of stick, gets the heating going. We think, fantastic, it's all grand. We go out to pick up a bit more oil and visit my folks and have some dinner with them. So we return 4 hours later
to a house that smells strangely like kerosene. And we thought, okay, maybe it's just stronger than we thought it was when we went out. But that turns out not to be it.
No, turns out when the guy was doing his service on the thing, there's a little bolt, and if you don't have this little bolt screwed all the way in, it drips kerosene quite rapidly. And so we then ended up with the bottom of the boiler full of kerosene, which leaks out onto the floor underneath it. So we have a house that absolutely stinks of kerosene, but it's quite late at this point, so we haven't got anybody we can phone to say, if we turn this thing on, are we going to
burn
the house down. Eventually, I phone in the morning. The agent speaks to the engineer, who was the guy that hooked it up in the first place, and he says, no, it's fine. Kerosene's sort of fairly safe. You can run the thing with that, not a problem. And so, finally, we have a house that stinks of kerosene, but at least it's warm.
So, when we came to filming the Friday show, we just kind of looked at each other and went,
However, as you've seen from this week, we've done building a shoe rack, which was basically because we were snowed in, pretty much the only DIY we were prepared to do. And then we went for a lovely walk, and you saw that, and then it was all snowy, and that was lovely. That's been the week. I just bushed. Are you bushed?
I have been bushed.
Now, we're hoping that those are the 3 things. I know it sounds a bit odd counting the second thing because it was all boiler and oil related as 2 things, but I'm determined that that is 2 things. So theoretically,
Yeah, we left the house in between times, so it should be 2.
The 3 things that went wrong were the tyre being flat, the
boiler stopping working.
boiler stopping working, and then the third thing, house full of kerosene.
So next week
we'll be climbing up mountainy things.
And I don't know what we're doing DIY wise.
The plan is to do a bit of redecorating. The downstairs WC, the smallest room, needs a lick of paint and a bit of this. The water closet needs a bit of this and a bit of that, and basically painting so that it's not yellow anymore. Unfortunately, it stinks of kerosene at the moment.
Stains.
Oh yeah, I don't know what the last people were doing, but my God. Anywho, so that's the plan.
Yes.
Don't forget to subscribe.
To see us Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays.
And click the little bell and give it some ears. Can you tell we're just not feeling it today? Anyway, going to sleep now.